If you've ever wondered what kind of things affect your credit score or how to best pay down those student loans, stick around because we can talk you through the basics.
What we see is twofold. We see kids that come into college and they require loans to be able to attend, and then they get a little bit into their college life and then they drop out. And now they're saddled with debt and no degree, and that's kind of a worst case scenario. We know that people that graduate with college degrees earn more money than those that just have a high school degree. So college degree is a good thing. We want as many people as we can to have that. But we also know that this burden of student debt is one that we are now seeing people getting ready to retire that have student debt still. So what we have to work with a lot of our students on is how do we begin to pay that debt off as quickly as possible? And that does require some sacrifice for new graduates. It may be that we don't get a brand new vehicle right when we graduate from college. It may be that we don't live in the nicest apartment when we graduate from college if we want to pay our student debt off. What I would encourage people to do is, if you feel like you can pay an extra $25, $50, $100 a month, anything that you can pay extra on your school loan is going to benefit you in the end, because that interest that piles up is a little bit higher on student loans than it is on something like a mortgage or even in some cases a car loan. So you want to make sure that you're paying down that high interest rate if you can.
So should I take advantage of the grace period that's offered with these kinds of loans?
I would like to say ideally that it is best to go ahead and begin to pay that debt off. Don't wait for the grace period. In reality, what we see is that people look at that as money found, and then they spend as if that money's not going to be going out of their budget. Well, there's two things that if I could tell every college student to do. Number one, pay off as much debt as you can as soon as you get out of school. And number two, begin to save money as soon as you get out of school, because youth and time are great benefactors for investing. It's just kind of proven that over time, the earlier you start, the more money you'll have. And going into your 30s with a lot of student debt and student loan will hamper you when it comes to buying that first house. You may want to get married, you may want to take some trips. All of those things will hamper you, because one of the things that we look at in the bank is debt to income ratio. So if you're coming to the bank and you look for a loan, we're going to look at how much debt do you have out there, how much is that payment on that debt. And if we see a student with $200,000 in debt with a substantial amount they have to pay every month, it is detrimental when they want to borrow money.
In addition to the amount of debt I have, I know that there will also be people checking my credit score. What kinds of things should I look for that might negatively affect that number?
You have a roommate. You have a cable bill in your roommate's name. You or the roommate moves out, cable bill doesn't get paid, then that's going to affect somebody's credit score. And those are the things that you don't necessarily think about. The cable bill, the power bill, paying those late affect your credit score. What we'll see is that guys and girls will come in and they will not realize these things, and they will have paid late on things, and their credit score is affected. Not because of some big, terrible incident that's happened or anything like that. It's just that they've continuously paid late, and it's chipped away at their credit score. We hear the story all the time of the new graduate goes to buy a car. They go to lot 1 and they pull their credit at car lot 1, and they pull their credit at car lot 2, car lot 3 and 4, and now their credit score has taken a hit because of all of the credit pulls that have occurred.
What about store credit cards? Are they helpful if I'm wanting to establish credit or change my credit score?
I think they're like anything else. They're a tool. If you use it correctly, it works great. You get discounts and you get points and you get whatever from the store, you're saving money. So that's not a bad thing. However, we find that the store credit cards do not impact your credit score in a positive manner as much as something like a cash secured loan or a Visa credit card that you can get, or a line of credit, a car loan. Things like that have a larger impact on your credit score rather than a store card. Again, a store card won't help you much, but it certainly can hurt you a lot if you're not careful with it.
Got questions? Stop into Louder 101 if you'd like to learn more.